And this is what we can look forward to. Former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, no less, will co-manage England alongside Wayne Rooney, with new faces this year, including Joe Hart, Steph Houghton, Tony Duggan, and Juventus and Italy legend Leonardo Bonucci, as well as returning stars Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Jill Scott. One Direction star Louis Tomlinson is also back 8 years after his original appearance. That's not all. In a first for talkSPORT, we are announcing another legend into the Soccer Aid team, joining the rest of the world coaching team. This year is a man who won 5 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, and of course the historic treble in 1999. Manchester United legend Peter Schmeichel. And Peter joins us live this lunchtime. Peter, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jim. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Simon is alongside me. How do you feel being part of Soccer Aid?
Hi, Simon.
This is great, isn't it? Here's Simon.
Hi, Peter. Nice to see you, mate.
Yeah, what have you got yourself into?
I'm really excited. I played in the first one at Old Trafford in 2006, and that's very close to the last time I ever played a game of football. And if I'm completely honest, I haven't really missed it that much. I'm not going to play this time, but I'm going to be involved, and it's got me excited. I have to say that. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Terrific. I mean, it's star-studded to say the least of it. There's something special about this, Peter, when people like yourself and other stars like Bonucci, Tyson Fury, Rooney give up their time to be doing something like this. So this clearly is important to you.
It is, and of course, when you get asked to be part of it, of course you want to be part. You want to help UNICEF in the fantastic work that they do, and Soccer Aid as a concept is a fantastic thing for. Just in name, Soccer Aid. So it's our sport helping out. It's a fantastic thing to be involved in, and I know people who's been have been watching these games for all of the 14 times it's happened before, and they say it's an absolutely fantastic day out. Great entertainment, and they feel that they take part in helping get kids around the world. So it's all together. It's just a fantastic day, and everyone should be looking forward to it.
Peter, well done for your involvement with it. Here's the thing, in the last hour we've been breaking a bit of news regarding your son Casper's former club Leicester City, and of course Casper, a Premier League winner with Leicester City. Leicester have announced that Jamie Vardy will leave the club after 13 seasons, 500 appearances. Vardy, I mean, a Leicester City legend, a Premier League legend, Peter.
Yeah, everything comes to an end, and the season they've had, the statement he put out the other day was very, very strong worded, and it's probably exactly how he felt, and it doesn't matter who you are. Every good thing comes to an end, and Jamie Vardy's time at Leicester has ended. And I just heard there that you were saying that he might go to America, which is kind of like a natural thing for him to do. So I'm not really that surprised. I think there are a couple of people at that football club that need to take a very, very long look at themselves. I'm not particularly talking about playing staff here, but a long look, because from where they were to where they are now, that is not great. So maybe there'll be more announcements in the days, weeks, months to come.
That's interesting, Peter. I mean, Leicester's fall from grace. It's sad to see where they've plummeted to. Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately,
it is.
Here's Simon, Peter.
Peter will speak to. Obviously, his son played in the 2016, winning team.
Yeah,
so
of course.
When you see that kind of achievement and you see them getting relegated, I mean, Leicester prior to that were candidates for this, and you have to remember. I don't know who Peter's alluding to or referring to. They need to have a look at themselves, but I'm assuming it must be somewhere in around the ownership scenario.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, Leicester have done remarkable things, but prior to those achievements, they were a peripheral club that was struggling to compete in the Elite League. And the previous season where they won the league, Nigel Pearson's achievements with that side, keeping them in the division, were quite remarkable. So look, it's not nice to see. I know I wished it upon them to some extent, because I think they managed to game the system legally by going around last year's rulings from the EFL and the Premier League. But they'll be back, I suspect.
I think so, and I think you're referring to the boardroom probably, Peter, that they've got to come up with some answers as to the future direction of the football club.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not going to name any names, but it's just when you got something really, really good going on, and you are on the up, and everything you do is actually, pointing in the right direction. The sheer fact, the number of managers I've had, it's too much. If you want to have consistency, and Simon can speak to this, of course, you gotta have. You gotta have stable people in there, people who work on developing and progressing, and you bring players in. It takes time for young players, to gel into a football team. You can't just get managers in and out all the time and expect that's going to go well. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that is happening. So I've got a really, really soft spot for Leicester. I mean, it's been an absolutely fantastic time to follow my son there, and it hurts. It really do. It hurts to see the club, now going back to where they kind of were when I started to play in England, where it was a team that was getting promoted, then was getting, staying 1 or 2 years in the Premier League, and then getting relegated again. So it is sad. I mean, it is.
Yeah. Our graphic across you, Peter, you can't see it. Peter Schmeichel, Manchester United legend. That is exactly what you are, my friend. You are adored by the Manchester United faithful. Andre Onana has found life tough at United. Inconsistency, moments of madness. Does that all come down to the mental side of goalkeeping? What is it?
No, I mean, it's just look where Manchester United are in the Premier League right now, Jim. I mean, the players are not having the greatest time. The difficulty. I try to explain this to people. Why is it so different to play for Man United as opposed to any other club? Well, if you play for Man United every time, and I actually showed this to my wife the other day, that we have a broadsheet newspaper in Denmark that doesn't have a sports section, but they still carry Manchester United's result, not just as a little line, but in an article. If you're any other club, or most other clubs, you don't have that. You don't have all the fringe non-sporting papers, reporting on your games. And that is where the pressure is, that everything you do in a game of football will be reported everywhere in the world. So, for instance, as a goalkeeper, if you make a mistake, then everybody in the world will be talking about that mistake. If you make a mistake for so many other clubs in the Premier League, they might just be in the newspaper the next day, or you guys might be talking about it on the program the next day, but you're not going to talk about it tomorrow or the day after. And that is where the mental toughness of being a Man United player come in. And it's been a difficult year. It's been a difficult year for everyone. So singling out anyone, I think that would be very, very wrong. But there is still this chance that Manchester United could win the Europa League. If they win the Europa League, it's a completely different situation this summer in the transfer window coming up. It will give, first of all, obviously, an opportunity to sign better players, because the club will then be more attractive because of the Champions League, and of course it'll be a better financial situation, so they can sign more players, and this is where this is where we're pinning our hopes. So let's hope that happens, and let's hope that the club moves in a more positive direction. I'm losing you. Can you see me?
I can see you fiddling with your earpiece.
Yeah, sorry, I got you back.
Oh, Peter, I've done that many times over many years. Very, very briefly and finally, Marcus Rashford tells us he wants to play for a club that's in the Champions League next season, but he won't make a decision on his future until the middle of June. What's your take on that, Peter? Is there any way back now for him at Manchester United, or is it done?
I don't want to comment on Marcus Rashford's situation. I don't think that's for me to do that. So, let's see what happens with that.
Why is that? Why are you sidestepping that one?
I don't have to have an opinion about everything, Jim.
Fair enough. Well said. And the fact
I'm not Simon.
I knew that was coming. I knew you were going to say that.
Peter, we respect that thoroughly. Thank you so much. Peter, enjoy Soccer on June the 15th, and thanks for joining us this lunchtime.
I will. And you, thank you very much. And you too.
Well done, Peter Schmeichel, with us live this lunch hour. Just on that, for tickets to Soccer Aid, go to socceraid.org.uk/tickets. The game takes place on Father's Day, Sunday, June the 15th at Old Trafford, with adult tickets available from £20, juniors from £10. Tune into Drive today at 6:30 and we'll announce another member of the Soccer Aid 2025 lineup. I shall see you very soon. Will I see you at the fight on Saturday?
No, you'll see me on Monday.
I'll see him on Monday. You'll hear from me and see me if you're watching on YouTube and your smart TV tomorrow morning from 10 with Alex Crook and Troy Deeney. We're coming up to 1.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.